Now, Dalton Trumbo was one of the Hollywood's top screenwriters, but was blacklisted and eventually jailed over his links with the Communist Party.
It's a story that's now been made into a movie starring Helen Mirren, John Goodman and the fantastic Bryan Cranston. Reporter Catherine Chulich met with Bryan to talk about the movie.
Your next deal is going to make you the highest paid writer in Hollywood.
Where do I sign?
Just one thing. If you're going to work for me, I never want to see anything like this again.
You won't.
Good.
Just stop reading the papers.
Are you now, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
Many questions can be answered yes or no only by a moron or a slave.
A role like this, Dalton Trumbo, is like diving into a big piece of cake. You know, it's so sweet and it's layers of goodness. He's such a flamboyant character and a wordsmith, and you know, his affectations and the things that he really did. He smoked through that cigarette holder, you know, and with a lighter, and he would always wave and gesticulate, you know, and he would pontificate about all his thoughts and feelings, and he loved having an audience, and he was just a strange, odd, fun, determined, battling kind of man.
Go away. When you hear me working, you don't knock.
So the house is on fire? You don't want to know?
I work in a bathtub, surrounded by water.
Let's talk about those bathtub scenes. Jay Roach, the director, said he almost pickled you.
I'm telling you, I was in those bathtubs for so long. He wrote, here was another element, he wrote in the bathtub. He'd sit there with this whole thing, and he's got his cigarettes and his scotch, and he's drinking, he's popping uppers, and he's just kind of a mess. Yeah. And he's thinking, I'll you know, kill two birds with one stone. I'll take a bath at the same time I'm writing. That'll save time. They kept having to try to pour more warm water in there because it starts getting chilly after an hour and a half or so. And once you get in, you don't want to get out and get in and get out and get in. You have to move everything, and it takes too long, and you want to get through the shooting. So I basically got in there and stayed in there and just, you know, ate my lunch in there, made a couple phone calls.
Congress has no right to investigate what we think or how we make movies. I'll write you a movie.
And you don't want your name on it?
No, you don't want my name on it.
Especially if you're still up to stuff. Are you?
Perpetually. If we get one big movie, we can get all the big movies. Then this whole rotten thing could collapse.
If there is some other writer's name on it, don't believe it.
Fire Dalton Trumbo.
I don't think you and me are going to be pals.
It's one of the great American stories, really, the blacklisting of those writers, the Hollywood Seven, and there have been a couple of really good films made about that, but Trumbo was one of the good characters, so fascinating interview there, and we do love Bryan Cranston. We have to declare that an interest.
Indeed. And love John Goodman too. He's never played a bad role in my view.
Is a personal god, but, you know, I'll leave that to one side.